Alright, so I see you have 3 degrees, 10 projects, and you solved world hunger. But is your dad the VP of the company?
No.
Yeah, sorry. We're actually looking for someone with more experience for this unpaid internship.
Let's just be completely honest. The junior developer job market is kinda fucked. You've sent 500 applications, you're getting rejected by automated hiring bots in 6 seconds, and the average junior dev role everyone told you to study for, well, it is kinda dead. And here's what's on the line if you keep applying the old way, sending generic resumes and building the same basic project as everyone else, you're basically guaranteed to stay stuck in this endless cycle of getting ghosted by machines. You're bringing a knife to a gunfight. But we aren't just here to complain. By the end of this video, I'll try to show you what serious engineering teams are quietly using to hire right now. It has nothing to do with vibe coding. It's a new workflow called agentic engineering, and knowing how to do it is one of the ways to bypass the bots and actually get paid this year. Honestly, trying to find a tech job on LinkedIn or Indeed right now is the worst experience ever. It's just page after page of reposted slop. The first half of them are ghost listings. Jobs aren't even real. They're posted so some tech companies look like they're growing, or just to farm a resume database for later. And for the second half, complete scams. You apply for a junior front-end role, and the next thing you know, your phone is getting blown up left and right by data brokers trying to sell you insurance. First of all, stop using the easy apply button. Simple as that. Hitting easy apply is like dropping your resume directly into a trash can that automatically empties itself. Instead, do it in the slightly more annoying way. Find the job and then go to the actual company's website and then apply on their career page. At least that confirms that the job is real and currently active. And second, you should sort by date posted. You want to be one of the first 50 people to apply. If a job posting is 3 weeks old and already has 2,000 applicants, well, you kinda cooked there. And can we talk about LinkedIn for a second? It's become unbearable. Every day, some guy with the rocket emoji in his name posts, "Day 1 of my coding journey," next to a picture that is obviously AI generated. And there are like 11,000 comments saying, "So proud of you, king," that are also written by bots. Slop talking to slop. Think about how stupid this is. You're a human being trying to shove your actual real life through an AI job description filtered by an AI screener which was trained on other AI generated resumes. It's a machine built to talk to other machines, and you're just standing there trying to yell loud enough to get noticed. And then interviews. If you actually bypass the bots, then you have 5 or 6 rounds for a job paying minimum wage. Then they do a culture fit round. Like they need to check if you vibe with the team before paying you barely enough to survive. And under all of this bullshit, there's a quieter thing nobody really says out loud. You probably picked this because someone told you it's the safe path, the stable one. Oh, just learn how to code. It's for the future. You're gonna get paid well. And now you're sitting there wondering what are you doing with your life. And then you get these millennial and boomer middle managers complaining on TikTok that Gen Z has no work ethic just because you don't want to answer messages on Teams after 10 p.m. Yeah, no shit. We recognize a scam when we see one. 30 years ago, you could pay for college with a summer job, buy a house on an average salary, and your boss couldn't harass you on your smartphone because smartphones just didn't exist. If the reward for going above and beyond is just more work and a 2% raise that doesn't even match inflation, why would any 23-year-old kill themselves for a SaaS startup? But I told you I'd come back to something, and I am right now, because sitting in here in anger for whatever how many minutes this video will take and giving you nothing is a waste of both our time. If you've watched literally any tech content in the last year, you already know what vibe coding is. It's just prompting a model, letting it spit out a wall of code and hoping for the best. Well, vibe coding is already considered kind of embarrassing among serious engineering teams, and what replaced it is called agentic engineering. Vibe coding is you prompting a chatbot, copying the code and pasting it. Agentic engineering is a bit different. Now it's AI agents that plan a change, write the code, write the tests, run the tests, and review the code themselves in a loop. They even came up with a name for that loop. Plan, execute, verify. PEV for short. A lot of the teams aren't running one AI anymore, they're running several at once. One writes the code, one writes the tests, one scans for security bugs, and one checks it against the actual product spec. So here's the part you actually take with you when this video ends. If agents are doing the heavy lifting of writing the raw syntax, the skill nobody is really teaching at university or a bootcamp, reviewing agent output. basically verifying it's not actual slop and it's following the specs of the project. Being the person who actually catches those bugs fast is worth way more right now than being someone who can just write a binary search tree from memory in an interview. A second thing, you should go and look up MCP, Model Context Protocol. It's how AI tools talk to other tools and databases now. It's quickly becoming the kind of, you just have to know this. Think that REST APIs were 10 years ago. You don't need to master it by tomorrow, but 20 minutes reading about it tonight is 20 minutes well spent. And third thing, some of the modern code bases are keeping persistent instruction files now, usually called agents.md or claude.md, whatever AI you're using. It's usually sitting right in the root directory. They tell the AI agents the project's exact conventions, how to test things, and what libraries to avoid. Writing a good one of these is a massive skill. Look, this doesn't really fix a broken hiring market. Nothing I say today fixes that. But if you're applying anyway, you might as well walk in knowing the actual vocabulary the person interviewing you is using, instead of nodding along with no idea what they mean. And yeah, the dream job you're imagining where you're chilling at your desk, writing some React components and a bit of CSS and call it a day while receiving a massive paycheck, well, that doesn't exist anymore. But at least you're not leaving this video with nothing. You know about agentic engineering, BEV, MPC, and agents.md. Oh wow, that really rhymed. Anyways, that was it from me. I wish you best of luck with the job search.